guys, welcome to Matthew Online. Today, as a community, we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 15. Pause the video, read the chapter, and come back. But before you do, as you're reading it, I want you to read Matthew as if you had never read it before. And for those of you that have never read Matthew, but for some reason it's still just hard to read through it, I want you to act as if you have never even heard about the life of Jesus before. Who is this dude? What is he about? What is he teaching? Go with that. Go read it. Come back. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're actually going to be talking about something that I have been thinking about quite a bit lately in my life. As I think through the teachings of Jesus, this is one that I am continually confronted with and seeing that I need to change my way of living to be more aligned with Jesus' way of living. At the beginning of this chapter, we see Jesus in a conversation. It's with those darn Pharisees. And again, like normal, they're kind of religious punks and they're trying to challenge Jesus. And again, like normal, Jesus is stinking brilliant and says some amazing things in reply. Let's look. Jesus replies and says, "It's not what goes into your mouth that defiles you. You are defiled by the words that come out of your mouth." And later, trying to explain it to his disciples because they had thick skulls just like the rest of us, he says, "Don't you understand yet? Come on, are you serious? Anything you eat passes through the stomach and then goes into the sewer. But the words you speak come from the heart. That's what defiles you. From the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, all sexual immorality, theft, lying, and slander. These are what defile you. Eating with unwashed hands will never defile you." When we read this, if we pause, or if we think Jesus is just saying, "Don't swear, don't curse," which is sometimes how we address this, especially with our youth, we are missing the meat of what Jesus is saying. We are doing a disservice to the teaching of Jesus because it does not stop there. Jesus is saying how you talk about other people behind their back, yes, this defiles you. So when you speak poorly of your teacher, when you speak poorly of your parents, of your friend who did this or that, or when you gossip about that one person that you saw on Facebook, you are defiling yourself. And when you joke with your friends and say things that you are like, "Oh, yikes, maybe I shouldn't have said that." Yes, you are defiling yourself. And guess what? When you say in the end, oh, I was only joking. No. What comes from your mouth, it comes from your mind, which means it comes from within you. That came from you. You created that, and it spewed forth from your mouth. I can't help but read this and think of Jesus' brother, James. James has obviously spent a lot of time thinking through this teaching in particular, the tongue. He's been thinking through what Jesus said years later, and he writes about it. This is what he says. "For if we could control our tongues, if we could just control our darn tongues, we would be perfect. we would be perfect, and we could also control ourselves in every other way. Do you see that? Do you hear that? There's something kind of mystical about our tongues. Something kind of magical, really. James, after thinking through this for years and years and living the way of Jesus, he says this. And he says, if you can just control your tongue, there's something about it that spreads self-control across the rest of your life. As you guys go, for those of you that are trying to live the way of Jesus and are being like, Zach, come on, what do I do? What do I do? What's next? Go forth and begin trying to tame